Okay, so a couple days ago I went out on Amazon and bought a 250 gigabyte WD Blue SSD. It's got a read-write speed of 500, that'll focus, 550 megs read and 525 megs write. So we'll go ahead and unbox this. We'll clone my MacBook drive to this and we'll stick this in here. So grab this and go ahead and cut it open. Okay, that's that, and here is the SSD. Oop, some documents and stuff that I'll never need. Alright, so I'm going to cut this open. And there we go. Here is the 250 gigabyte, 2.5 inch SATA, I believe it's SATA 6 gig a second, WD Blue SSD, super light. I'm going to go ahead and stick this into my enclosure. We'll go ahead and start cloning it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in the SSD. So it's in right now, or in the enclosure. I need to turn it on maybe? Okay, so it says that it's not readable by my computer. So I go ahead and initialize it. And here it is. We're going to go to erase. Call it Macintosh SSD. Extended journal, yep, GUID. Okay, erase. And it's done. So go ahead and open up Carbon Copy Cloner and select my Macintosh HD as the source and Macintosh SSD as a destination. And we're going to hit clone. Cancel. Okay, I guess I have to do that. And this is not working. Here we go. Okay, so it's cloning now. Oh shoot. I don't know why these are showing up, but okay, so it's archiving recovery volume. I cannot talk today. And then it should start copying the data over, or data, whatever. I have about 85, why is that going up? 80 gigs used on my Macintosh HT. So it's probably going to take a while to copy over to the SSD, but also, even though this is super fast and it's an SSD, it's still probably going to take a while because it's going over USB and it's also copying from a physical drive, which is going to take a while. So I'll come back when this is done. Alright, so the SSD just finished cloning. Took an hour and 42 minutes, I think. Oops, sorry. My MacBook's at 158 degrees right now. I had the fans turned up because it got to 190 degrees, but for the sake of you guys being able to hear me, I just turned the fans down. So I'm going to restart into the SSD, still on USB, just to make sure that it still works, or that it copied everything over properly, and that I can put it in. Okay, I'm holding down Option so I can see the boot menu. There we go. So it also made a recovery partition. Well, I had it make a recovery partition. So go and boot Macintosh SSD. So for some reason, that was really slow for an SSD. Again, it's off USB, so that's probably why. Fans are already ramping up. 100. Whoa. Oh. Well, this is not good. There we go. Alright, so fans are back down. Pretty sure it copied everything over. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for that to calculate. I'll just go ahead and throw in the SSD. So we'll go and shut this down. Shut down. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to get a fresh angle and I'll get all set up with my tools and we'll go ahead and throw the SSD in. Okay, so here's the MacBook, here's the SSD. I'll put this in here now. I got my one tool that always seems to work perfectly fine for when I'm upgrading on my MacBook or making any changes, so go ahead and unscrew these. Alright. So there we have it, there's the MacBook. Put the bottom plate on the ground, and here is the hard drive right here. So the first screws that I need to remove are the screws right here and here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I can bring this closer. But there's two screws right here on the bracket, here and over there, that need to be removed in order to get the drive out, or the drive bracket out, anyway. This screw is really long. Whoa. Okay, there we go. That one's out. And now the whole bracket's out. So, pretty simple so far. Great. I've already managed to lose a screw for this. Oh, here it is. So the next part. Okay, so the next part is just to simply pull out the drive. Holy crap, almost ripped that. Alright, so I've got the ribbon cable out, and now from what I think I need to do is take out this screw right here and this screw right here and throw them onto the SSD, and we should be good. I'm actually missing two screws. I should have two on this side as well, but I only have them on these two, or on this side. And sorry if there's some background noise. There's a train going by. It's really annoying. And that's not going to fit. That's going to strip it. So, okay, so it's now 8:04 p.m. and I started doing this at, I think, 5 o'clock or something, because I learned that this screwdriver wasn't going to be good enough to take out these mounting screws, or whatever you call them, so I had to take a trip down to the store, grabbed T6 Torx screwdriver and it fits perfectly. And now I can take them out and screw them onto the SSD. So go ahead and do that. So it went on this side, so put it on over here. If I can put it in. And the last screw. Okay, so those are both in, nice and tight. So now what we need to do is plug in the SATA cable, like so, and we'll slot it in this thing. I guess it's a vibration protection thing, which isn't going to be useful anymore since it's all solid state. But I don't have the other mounting bracket, or the other mounting part for this, or mounting screws for this MacBook, so these will, I guess, help hold it in place. And almost in. There we go, that should be in. So now we gotta take the little bracket piece, stick it on the side, and screw it in. Just finger tight, and then we can use a screwdriver to screw it in the rest of the way. Stick the other one in also as well, or also first, so it won't wobble around. Alright, so there we go. That's the SSD in. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the bottom plate back on, and we will be able to boot it up. With Flash, hopefully it'll work, and we won't have to deal with any slowness in opening programs or whatever, booting up. Alright, so I'm going to get a fresh angle and then we'll boot this up. Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1. First good sign. This isn't good. No Apple logo. Oh, there we go. Oh yes, that is really fast. That's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down now. We'll do another boot up test just to see how fast it really is, because that last one, first boot, didn't really like it. Alright, I can't even tell. No, it's off. It's hard to tell if the computer's on because I can't even hear you. Well, there's no hard drive in it, so you can't hear if the drive is spinning or not. So 3, 2, 1. So it looks like it's always going to do this white screen at the beginning. I'll try and do some troubleshooting. Maybe I can reset the PRAM or something. Because this is ridiculous if it's going to take this long every time. I probably shouldn't do that, but okay. Wait for it to... Okay, so I'll just go and boot up, holding Option Command P and R. Yep, still got that nice white screen. Oh, that wasn't too long. It was much better actually. Oh yeah, that is really fast. Oh, that's amazing. Maybe not as fast as some PCIe based SSDs, but still really, really fast. Oh crap, just knocked the screws onto the ground. This is odd. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So I'm hoping that we can get a better battery life out of this with the SSD. Yeah, that's not much better. I was getting about 5 hours with the physical drive, and it's only showing 2 hours right now. It might be just because it just booted up. And I'm surprised that SMC fan control is showing 160 degrees. I would have thought it would be cooler with the SSD. But oh man, this is really nice. So glad I have an SSD. And something that I can do now, I can walk away before it falls asleep. I can shake it while it's still on. Doesn't matter, the hard drive won't get killed because it's SSD. Or it's an SSD. So that's pretty sweet. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up something. Let's just open up... What can we open up? We'll open up OneNote. Yeah, that wasn't too much faster. Still fast, but not a whole load faster. System preferences is always really fast. I guess we can do GarageBand. That normally takes a while and still does, but better. Close this out now. What other things are there? The VNC viewer, yep, instantly just pops up. Blackmagic, oh yeah, we'll do a speed test on the disk. On my physical drive I was getting 65 megs a second, or megabyte a second read-write speed, so go ahead and hit start on here, and that's really bad. 170, that is not what I paid for at all. That's interesting. The disk, it says on the package that it should be, or not disk, the SSD says that it should be 500, not 250. And why is my battery life so bad right now? I was definitely expecting better performance than this. I mean, it's fast and all, it's just not as fast as I was expecting. I was expecting a way faster speed. But yeah, whatever. Still pretty quick. I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.